Hello everyone, and welcome back to another HodgePodge Rambles. This is going to be, oh my god, this is the start of regular uploads. That's weird. I've decided that this is probably going to be every week, subject to change, but this is probably going to be every week. Time of recording, this is October 17th, 2018. Don't know why I had to really say that, but today's topic is going to be anime subs versus dubs, my opinion and all that. I actually had someone request this to me. My friend Chris, he actually commented on the very first HodgePodge Rambles, which was, oh my god, 2 years ago. He said, oh, you should do one on animes for sub versus dubs, because at that time we were actually very hotly debating the topic. Well, not hotly, but like we were debating the topic. And my opinion on subs versus dubs is I like dubs a little more than subs. When a show is only available in subs, of course, I will usually watch that. For example, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have watched almost exclusively exclusively in sub form, actually. I've watched a bit of the dubs for most of the arcs. Oh wait, no, I watched arc 1 in dub. Oh well. But most of the time I prefer dubs to subs, because then I can really concentrate on what's going on screen. Because with a lot of subs, you actually have, I mean, with a lot of subs, with all subs, you have to actually read what's on screen to really know what's going on. But also, it's just the fact that I grew up with dubs, and I've always watched them. I've always had access to dubs rather than subs. I only really got into subs when YouTube was a thing, and I was like, well, subs are better than dubs. I actually was that kind of kid. I was like, subs are way superior, dubs suck, you know? But I've recently changed the opinion of like, well, I like dubs a little better, and honestly, I don't hate subs either. I don't hate any of the genre. I don't hate dubs or subs. I like them both, but I like dubs a little better. It also might have to do something with the fact that I want to be a voice actor, and hearing performances from the American English standpoint actually helps the performance and helps like learn a little bit from hearing it. For example, there are certain lines that certain people deliver, and I'm like, fucking Jesus Christ, that could have been delivered way better. And even from old dubs, you can learn a lot. For example, Gundam Wing was, I mean, it wasn't the worst. There are a lot of good voice actors in that. I would have to watch a little bit more to actually remember the characters, but I remember the guy who just wanted peace, the black-haired kid, who I think he was a prince or something. He was a lot. He actually was really, really good. Whereas there was a general who was in like 5 episodes of the show, only to be assassinated later, who had this really bad, dumb voice, who, like, I know it was the 90s, and voice producers didn't exactly know what they were doing for anime, but, like, how did the voice director go, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, use that voice. Like, I don't know how the fuck, like, that voice was ever permitted. Like, I might splice a clip in there of the voice.
You wasted 3 mobile suits just to bring a minor rebellion under control? What about the problem with those mobile suits?
You'll know if it's in. You'll know if it's in. But he was really bad. But a lot of the time, if I can find the dubs, I will watch it all the way through dubs. Problem is, a lot of the times, especially now with recent anime, I've noticed this with My Hero Academia. They said there was going to be simulcast or simuldub, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't simuldub. They tried, but then in season 3 they were like, some problems came up, so it's not going to be exactly simuldub, which sucks because I love watching My Hero Academia. It's a really good show. And people are like, well, why don't you just watch the subs until the dubs come on, and when the dubs come on, watch the dubs? I was like, well, yeah, that's a thing, but I don't like switching between the casts. I've done that once. When I was watching the original Full Metal Alchemist, the one made in 2003, I actually had to do that. Because on YouTube, I could only find the first, like, 1 or 2, like 2 or 3 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist dubbed. And then I had to watch most of the way through in sub, and then I finally got back to dub when I found out we had Netflix for the first time. And it was weird because, like, I had this whole thing of, like, sub, but then I had, like, the little amounts of dub, and it was weird to... It wasn't... I don't like switching between casts. Like, if I start watching something in dub, I don't want to watch the rest of it in sub. If I start watching something in sub, I don't want to watch the rest of it in dub. I will watch all the way through a sub and all the way through a dub. I did that with Kill la Kill. And honestly, I liked both. There are a lot of things that one did better or the other did better, which is always a thing when there are 2 versions of something. One did this better, another did this better, you know. But yeah, the core argument is, well, are subs better than dubs? And my argument is, no, they're both similar, and they're both kind of, you know, as good as each other in different ways. A lot of people don't like the fact that subs have to Americanize some stuff, Americanize some lines, change some lines so it'll fit better for an American audience. And my argument to that is, well, why shouldn't they do that? Like, why shouldn't they have to do that? Like, it makes more sense for an American audience to, you know, kind of move things in a different American direction. I mean, there are a lot of things that, like, the biggest counter argument to that is the fucking donuts from Pokemon, which were just rice balls. But I'm not saying that that's good. That isn't good. I'm saying that there are some... I remember in Kill la Kill, there was a character who was very, in the dub, very kind of just, you know, mafioso-y, yakuza-y. He was like one of the leaders of the other schools, and that isn't as powerful or funny to an American audience. To an American audience, they put him in like, yo, what's up? He said swag, I think, a few times in that anime. And he was voiced by Ben Diskin, by the way. He was the voice of number 1 in Codename Kid Next Door. I will throw random bits of voice actor trivia in there because I can. Because I want to be a voice actor. But anyway, he was played completely different, because for an American audience, that the whole, like, yo, swag, I'm a rich kid sort of thing was a lot funnier to an American audience, other than, you know, the Yakuza mafioso character that he was in the Japanese dub. Yeah, a lot of people don't get... A lot of people are like, oh, well, anime's sacred, why would you have to, like... People actually have said anime is sacred as a Japanese art, why do you have to Americanize it? And I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Like, do you think people in Japan have this argument with American cartoons? Like, is the Japanese dub of say, like, a Steven Universe? The Japanese dub of Steven Universe, like, hotly debated. with the original English dub, do people in Japan say, well, no, the English dub is way better, you have to listen to it, you have to watch it in subtitles? Do people say that in Japan? Is that like different things in other countries? Like, do people do that? Because like in America and American culture, a lot of people, that's what the debate is. Well, no, you shouldn't watch it in dubbed, because that's disrespect to the original Japanese cast, or some shit like that. I've heard a lot of things like that. Like, well, it's dumb. Why do people do that? Why do people dub it when they can just make the subtitles? Why is it that it's like disrespectful? And I don't really get that. I mean, if you guys have anything to say on that topic, go ahead and leave it down below in the comment section. And while you're there, like and subscribe. But yeah, that's my whole take on it. This was a little bit of a shorter episode, but another thing you should also leave down in the comments: anything you would like to see me ramble about, any sort of like topics you would like to see me do. So I don't have my harmonica with me, so I can't do a sweet riff. I don't know where it went. But I will see you guys on the next episode of HodgePodge Rambles. See you guys later.